Hey guys, for this video today, I want to share my thoughts on the Chicago Bears 100th anniversary throwback uniform, which you can see here, that they will be wearing for 2 games this season. And they've already wore this uniform for a game already, and they will be wearing it for 1 more game this season. On top of me sharing my thoughts on this special throwback uniform, I have got a special guest, and for the second time in my channel's history, I am very happy to be joined by Nick from NickS Blackhawks Talk. And Nick, welcome, and thank you for being a part of yet another collaboration video. It's always great doing these videos with you. And Nick, how are you today?
Doing all right. How are you?
Well, I'm well, thank you. I think that the best place to start is to ask you, a Bears fan, your thoughts on the Chicago Bears 100th anniversary throwback uniform.
Okay. Well, personally, at the beginning of when the Bears released these uniforms, I personally did not like the uniform at first, but over the time I started liking it. I like the jersey itself with how they did the striping on it. The helmet, it's really cool looking. The socks, I'm still on the fence on, not a big fan on those.
Yeah, me neither.
Wizard of Oz socks, I like to call them.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, you know what I was going to say? I mean, I understand that, and I respect the Bears for making this an era-accurate throwback uniform by wearing these crazy Halloween-esque Wizard of Oz socks, as you call them. But you know what I think would have been best is if they would have modernized it just a little bit by wearing their regular socks with this uniform. I think it would have looked better. What do you think about that?
That's actually a not bad idea, but honestly, for a throwback that's going to be worn twice, I'm okay with it.
Me too. And you know what, Nick? As I just said, I think that I really respect the Bears for the fact that they honored their history by doing an era-accurate throwback from head to toe.
Yeah.
And another thing too is I think the Bears deserve a real tip of the hat, as you say, about the helmet, because with the NFL's 1 helmet rule, and actually at the end of the video, I do want to rant on that a little bit while you're here. But the fact that they were able to just change their classic Wishbone C logo off of the sides of their helmets and switch that decal out for the striping on the helmet, I must say the Bears really do deserve a tip of the cap.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's very unique to look at it because it has that Michigan Wolverine style of helmet.
Yeah.
But it's now Bears colors.
Exactly. But the thing that I like about it is that it's something that you wouldn't expect a team called the Bears to wear. So when I first saw that helmet design, it really caught my eye. Like, I get it's a 30s throwback, isn't it?
It is a 30s throwback, yes.
Yeah, that time, in this case, I got it right. Because at first I thought it was like a 40s or 50s throwback. So I'm glad I got it right. So it's a 30s throwback.
And what the Bears wore in the 50s, it was basically their current home and away uniform they wear now, but with a white C on the helmet.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yes.
And by the way, thank you for correcting me on that too.
No problem.
I was thinking, Nick, while we're on this photo here of the back and the front of the uniform being modeled, what do you think of the striping on the shoulder area? I actually think it's really cool and adds to the throwback look and appeal of this uniform.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
I've always said the Bears uniform has been kind of boring over the years, but when they added the striping to the shoulders, I said, that's something the Bears should do full time. I think it looks cool, and it flows with the uniform well.
Well, I definitely agree that in the sense of this throwback uniform, it looks so cool. And it's so unique to the Bears in this case because nobody else has a design anywhere like this in 2019, eh? So seeing the
Yeah,
Bears do this is really cool.
and personally, I need to get my hands on one of those Bears 100 jerseys. They're awesome.
I can appreciate you wanting one because in my opinion, it's actually a great, great throwback. I mean, the socks, the crazy socks I could do without, but this is supposed to be a throwback. This isn't supposed to be a new design. So I respect the Bears for doing something historically accurate.
Yeah.
But in terms of the Bears' main... Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
Honestly, this is probably my favorite alternate jersey the Bears have worn from the days they had for a throwback previously and their orange jersey. I like this as a third uniform more.
Yeah, you know what? I think it really suits the Bears so damn well because they are one of the oldest franchises in the NFL. So seeing them do a throwback, I think, is quite appropriate.
They're technically the oldest franchise in the NFL. Packers claim they are, but the Bears are older than the Packers by 2 years because they started out as the Decatur Staleys.
Interesting. I honestly did not know that. You taught me something today. I learned something new today. Thanks.
Well, it's the Bears 100th anniversary. I should bring in some fact.
And your additions to the video are much, much appreciated. I must say, though, I mean, in terms of the Bears' regular home and away uniforms, in my opinion, in a modern world of 2019 where you have teams like the Buccaneers and even recently the New York Jets, really, in my opinion, ruining their uniforms for the most part, seeing a team like the Bears continue to wear their classic, simple home and away uniforms is something that I genuinely respect. So adding something as good as this on top of that, I think, is a cherry on the cake.
Oh, yeah. I always liked the Bears uniform, yes, but honestly, this throwback uniform is my favorite Bears uniform.
Well, you know what? I must say, I would rather see the Bears start to wear this at least once a season rather than the navy blue throwback that this once replaced this season.
Yeah,
So what I will do is, on my end, I will quickly pull up a photo of the Bears wearing that said navy blue alternate throwback uniform.
Alright.
So, I mean, this throwback here where it's solid monochromatic orange on navy is the design that the Bears have had since, I believe, 2011, if I remember what you said to me earlier correctly.
Yes, it was 2011 when the Bears introduced these throwback uniforms. When I saw the Bears first wear them, I was, this does not look like the Bears because no logo helmet, there's a gray face mask, and the Bears wearing orange block-style numbers. That's not normal for the Chicago Bears.
And you know what? Speaking of the Bears numbers, they're a team that's got a non-block font that I actually can live with. It actually does look quite good.
Yeah, the Bears are the only team with a rounded number style in the NFL, and it's something cool to know that Bears try to keep their identity unique.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that they've kept them unique. And the thing is that, you know what? They've got nice, simple uniforms. So it's really nice to see the Bears honor that tradition. And I wish more teams would take notes from the Bears because they seem to know how to do uniforms right.
Yep.
So I'm on my end, I'm showing this photo of the navy blue throwbacks. Truth is, although I wish that they had some white accents on them, I get that it's a throwback, but honestly, I've always liked this as a throwback, but I must say, going back to the first photo you and I have shown in this video, I honestly think I prefer this one myself. It's something different. That's what I like about it and really enjoy about it.
For the navy blue throwback bear uniform, I personally own it. It's a Matt Forte. Great. It's a great jersey to wear, but people ask what team, because it doesn't look like the. If you understand why I'm going.
Yeah, no, I can understand why people would potentially ask you that. I mean, personally, I'm sure both of you and myself would recognize that right away. But I'm sure not everybody would. So seeing the Bears in something as different as that, I can understand people, if they're not as passionate about the sport or don't really follow football as much, maybe asking you that.
Yeah.
So
if you look at the Bears 100th anniversary jersey, it at least has the Bears stripes that are on their away uniform on the sleeves, help show it's a Bears.
That's true too.
It just does not have the George Halas symbol on this.
Well, what I was going to say about that initial there, I actually think it would be nice if they moved that initial to the top part of the pants.
I honestly am okay with it staying on the jersey forever, because it's been on the jersey ever since George Halas died, and that's been part of the uniform for a long time. And Papa Bear Halas, he's the founder of the NFL, founder of the Bears, greatest coach of the Bears, one of the greatest players of the Bears. So he has a lot with the Bears. And that's why.
In that case,
that.
Well, in that case, that's
the initials of George Halas.
Yeah, in that case, well, I can, now that you say it like that, I can now understand why they've kept that initial on the sleeve of their jersey.
Yeah.
In that case, it's understandable, but at the same time, now that I've heard your end of it, I do understand and respect why they've kept it on the sleeve, but I've always thought that maybe if they put it on the upper part of their pants or somewhere noticeable, that would be good too. But since you've explained it to me like that, I think you've got me swayed in opinion on that. Yeah. So I was going to say, on that note, I'm going to move to my next...
The Bears keeping remembrance.
On the sleeve, exactly, yes.
So, do you want to talk about their other alternate jersey they have this year?
Absolutely. That is definitely something we will get to before we wrap up the video today. But I just want to quickly show the viewers one actual shot of the Bears uniform when they wore it against the Vikings earlier this season. So this photo here gives you, the viewers, an opportunity to see what the uniform actually looks like during NFL gameplay. And in this case, they were wearing it against the Minnesota Vikings. And in my...
Gorgeous rivals.
Well, you know what? In my opinion, they actually did pick a decent uniform matchup, but I think you and I would probably agree that it would have been great if they would have worn it against the Packers.
Go ahead.
Well, what I was saying is I think it would have been better if they would have saved this uniform for the Packers.
I agree. I was surprised the Bears did not come out wearing this uniform on opening night against the Green Bay Packers for Thursday night, because the Packers and Bears are one of the most historic rivals in the sport of ball.
And also when it comes to playing the Packers have, in my opinion...
the next opponent, the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, what I was going to say is with the with the Packers, I think they have some of the most gorgeous uniforms in football as well. So why not have this really, really gorgeous throwback uniform overall against the Packers' classic forest green and gold uniform?
Or they could have done a throwback game, because I know those Packers have those weird uniforms. I don't know what they think. And I'm a Bear fan, so I don't like the Packers.
Fair enough. I mean, truth is, I've always enjoyed the Packers' current throwback. Although I'm glad they only wear it once a year, I would never want to see it more than that. But to me, when I think of the Packers, I think of those gorgeous forest green and gold uniforms. Those are some of my absolute favorite uniforms in the NFL. I don't know about
Bad memory.
Fair enough. Well, I don't know about you, Nick, but the Packers have some of the best uniforms in football, in my opinion. And I'm not just talking the National Football League. I'm talking about the sport as a whole. I love their uniforms. So I was going to say, shall we move on to the orange jersey?
Sure.
All right. So, oops, wrong photo.
If you want to give it a shot, just talk about it first. Go ahead, because I have some ideas coming up.
Sounds great. So on my end, Nick, I'm showing the viewers the photo of Khalil Mack sporting the Nike era orange jersey, which they have brought back in the past. It was last year that they brought it back, wasn't it?
Yes, it was last year, because the McCaskies, which is the owners of the Bears, they've always liked the Bears orange jersey. That was replaced by the navy blue throwback that was retired in 2010. They brought it back this year, well, last year, and Bear fans love the jersey. That's all I have.
And here's my other shot here of the Bears. I know this photo was taken when they were still wearing the Reebok era uniforms, but to me this is a great photo as well, because at least you get a chance to see the entire uniform, eh?
If I could tell that's who'd scored the touchdown, that may be Craig Olsen.
Well, I mean, I was going to say...
They had a great record in the orange uniform, and I was surprised they got rid of it when they did, because when they replaced it for the throwback, they were... are now 0-2 in it with the...
So I must say though, so with the white throwbacks, they're going to wear it for 2 games. Well, they've already worn the white jersey and throwback uniform for a game, but they're going to wear that for an additional game. But they are bringing the orange third jerseys out for 1 game this season. Do you think they made the right choice going with white over orange for 2 games? I think they certainly did.
I'm okay if they wear it once a year and have the throwback twice a year, because throwback's a thing of beauty. The orange, I'm not a big fan of the orange personally, but they do have a good record when it comes to the Bears in orange.
That is true. Well, you know what I was going to say? I would actually be interested to see the Bears at one point try the orange third jersey with navy blue pants instead of the white pants, even though I think it's great the way it is. What do you think?
That sounds interesting to see, but I think the white would just
complements the overall uniform as a whole.
Yeah, I know, but I think how it is would with the white pants, it looks cleaner, and I have a feeling that's why they went with white versus navy blue pants for the...
You know what? I can't disagree with the fact that you can't go wrong with white pants with the orange uniform. And honestly, I mean, as you say, I think it's nice to see the orange jersey once in a while. But you know what? I do agree that I'd rather see the throwback once or twice a year and see the orange jersey once a year at the most. Maybe twice a year. I'm okay with the orange twice, but I love seeing the throwbacks though.
Yeah, the orange is a cool third, but personally, the 100th anniversary, favorite all-time Bear uniform.
Your favorite Bears jersey? So would you say that the new throwback is your favorite Bears uniform of all time?
Oh, it's my favorite all-time Bears.
Well, I must say, you picked a good jersey to make your favorite jersey, in my opinion. It's a really nice looking uniform.
It is, and I need to get my hands on.
I don't blame you for wanting one. Personally, I might have to consider one at some point myself. Because it's, as you say, it's a great...
I might have to go with Leo Mack in it.
Yeah, Khalil Mack. That would be a guy to get on your jersey, that's for sure. So, well, what I was going to say is I'm just looking at the photo of the Bears wearing this uniform against the Vikings recently. I was going to say, is there any additional final thoughts that you wanted to add at this point?
Not that I could think of. I think I covered pretty much the entire thing of the Bear uniform that I can think of right.
Okay. Well, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, I think you really covered it well in this uniform. And once again, I really appreciate your insights into this throughout the entire duration of this video. I was going to wrap this video up by saying that this white uniform, the white throwback you see here, has replaced this navy blue throwback as the throwback the Bears will be wearing, at least for this season. Who knows, they might bring it back in the future, but you know what? I must say in the short term, this is a great uniform, and I'm glad that they're going to wear it at least one more time. Hopefully they do wear it at least once a year going forward, because we've had a chance to see the navy blue throwbacks. I think it'd be great to see this one because it's something different and totally unique. And on top of the two games...
We've seen the navy blue. We've seen those navy blue for now almost 10 years. I'm just glad it's retired and seeing the new throwback. It's that 1930s inspired road uniform is a thing to be.
Yeah, I mean, I quite agree. So it's, you know what, I think that's the one they should wear going forward, and then wear the orange one once a year. I think that would be a perfect addition to their already great home and away uniforms.
It will look good.
So on that note, once again, I want to thank you, Nick, who is the guy behind the channel NickS Blackhawks Talk, for joining me in yet another video discussing a different uniform. And in this case, I'm so glad we got a chance to both discuss the Chicago Bears 100th anniversary uniform together. It's been fun doing this collaboration video, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I have to throw in there, stop Bears.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And make sure, guys, to come over to my channel for Rox and I to have a collaboration coming out.
Yes, that's something that, You know what? Shall we keep it a bit of a surprise, or shall we just let the rabbit out of the hat? I'll leave it up to you.
I'm okay if we say...
Okay. So what we'll be doing next in terms of a future collaboration video is we're going to be relatively soon sitting down and discussing our thoughts on, now that we've seen the Blackhawks updated jersey collar. And honestly, overall, it's a good first step, and it's better than nothing.
It is a lot, but I say...
Reebok's got to come back, yes. So on that note, I want to give one more special thanks to you, Nick, for being a part of this video today. I'm so glad that you joined in on this video. And on that note...
I appreciate you.
And thank you, Nick. And on that note, if you do get a chance and you're a Chicago Blackhawks fan, I certainly recommend checking out Nick's channel. He's got a great channel where he always posts previews and reviews after every game. And if you get a chance to check out his channel, I highly recommend it. And on that note, everyone, until both his next video and my next video, and our next video together, which is hopefully going to be coming out soon, this will be a wrap on this video. I hope that all of you watching have enjoyed this. And on that note, everybody, on behalf of both Nick and myself, take care. And of course, as always, bye for now.